Welcome to American Black Journal. I'm Stephen Henderson. Now in its 12th year, the Arise Detroit Neighborhoods Day has fast become a tradition across the city. On August 4th, thousands of volunteers are going to participate in more than 100 community service projects and special activities. Here's a brief look at last year's event.
For me, Neighborhoods Day is an event where all the neighborhoods in Detroit can come together in different spots close to them. Detroit is a city that goes through things, goes through changes, ups and downs. However, it is a city of love and light and beauty.
Well, Neighborhoods Day is a community-wide celebration that really focuses on the strength of the community here in Detroit. This is the 11th annual. For the city of Detroit, I think it zeroes in on what's most important, and that's the people in the community. And we have a lot of interest in places, but this is an opportunity for all of the people who live in the surrounding areas to really have a chance to focus on what's going really well in the places where they live.
I think anytime you can create an environment that shows that there's care and love and support and makes it a welcoming place to come to be, I think makes a big impact.
Joining me now is Arise Detroit's Executive Director, Luther Keith, along with two community partners, David Silver, who's the founder of Detroit Horsepower, and Bill Luse, who is past president of 100 Black Men of Greater Detroit. Welcome to American Black Journal.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. So Luther, 12 years. Where did the time go?
I don't know. This has been an amazing ride, Stephen. Again, thank you for providing us this opportunity. But this is such a testament to the people in the neighborhoods of Detroit, people who love Detroit. And the neighborhood today has grown from a relatively small event to a huge event. And it's because of the people of Detroit. And this really shows how people in Detroit believe in their community, want to work to make it better, have a lot of pride, and it's an awesome thing to see.
Yeah, how many neighborhoods actually participate in it now?
Well, I know we're going to have over 100 registrations, probably over 200, and all over the city, literally every zip code, from the riverfront all the way out to 8 Mile Road, Southwest Detroit, East Side, West Side. So it's a day for everybody, as one participant says. Neighborhood's a day when every neighborhood feels big, and that's what we want to do. Every neighborhood is important. We started using that even before certain people running for re-election, and the rest of the world has kind of caught up.
Yeah. Talk about the activities that actually take place.
Well, Neighborhoods Day is really kind of every activity. A lot of people focus on the fact that we are going to have over 100 cleanup and beautification projects. We also have festivals. We have health fairs, as you're going to hear about. We have events with horses that you're going to hear. We have concerts. We have back-to-school events. We have events for seniors, events for old people. We have art exhibitions. We have a huge exhibition out on Belle Isle. The Grandmont Association is going to have one. There's going to be a huge, huge festival with thousands of people out there in the Brightmoor, out there in the Artist Village. So really something for everybody. And I literally get in my car and drive all over the city on Neighborhoods Day.
Do you?
And never see them all.
That's right. You can't get to everybody, right? Bill, talk about your involvement with this.
Yeah, well, this year, the 100 Black Men of Greater Detroit is partnering with Luther and Arise Detroit to present our annual health fair. We haven't been doing it 12 years. I think we've been doing it about 10 years. But we offer on that day, we're going to be partnering with People's Community Church, and Blue Cross Blue Shield is our primary sponsor. But we'll be offering health screenings from everything from high blood pressure, diabetes, HIV/AIDS. We'll offer some financial education classes. We'll also offer some Zumba demonstrations, cooking demonstrations. Everything is around health, both physically and financially. And we invite all to come by and get screenings and whatnot. And also, as an added bonus this year, Jason Hall, who founded Slow Roll, is actually organizing a bike ride on the same day.
There we go. We got to have a bike ride.
Got to have a bike ride.
What about Detroit Horsepower?
So Detroit Horsepower has been bringing students from Detroit to partnering facilities outside the city since 2015, but Neighborhoods Day gives us a phenomenal opportunity to bring the horses to the communities where our kids live and have people experience what it would be like for horses to be in their neighborhood as we move closer to our long-term goal, which is repurposing vacant land in the city for a new urban horseback riding center where kids can enjoy horses and character
development. What a great idea that
round.
would be. So when I was a kid, there was horseback riding on Belle Isle.
Yes.
You guys probably remember that too. How cool would it be to reignite that here in the city?
Absolutely. We think horses combine, positive youth development for our young people, as well as the opportunity to transform open space into a valuable valuable community asset, and so we'll be bringing horses to the Hope Village neighborhood as we get to know whether this is a good fit for horses to be a part of Hope Village going forward.
That's very cool. Talk about the status of our neighborhoods as a whole right now. It's a word we use a little more now in Detroit than we did in recent years.
Our neighborhoods are a work in progress. We have not arrived at where we want to get, but I think we aren't where we were. And of course, neighborhoods today started the idea back in the bad old days, if you will, when a lot of people were off the city, a lot for all this investment. And I think what we're seeing now is a lot of this investment in Midtown. There's been so much focus on that now there's a real focus on the neighborhoods, and you're seeing a lot of foundations and corporations there. The issue of equity and how we bring the city back for everybody has come up. So I think we're starting to see that. It's starting to trickle in. People get more excited about big developments like Ford buying Corktown for obvious reasons. But if somebody offers a coffee shop or a small retailer selling clothes in Southwest Detroit, that's not going to get a huge, but I think the wave of the neighborhoods in the future, along with things like crime and education, is the retail entrepreneurial base. We have an incredible entrepreneurial base here that's thriving and growing in Detroit. We have millennials coming in here now. We're coming back to Detroit. So I think that, Neighborhoods Day is really on the cutting edge of Detroit's future, I think. You're seeing what Detroit aspires to be over the next 10, 20 years and on Neighborhoods Day. And that's the wonderful thing about Dave is doing, 100 Black Men is doing. It's become a magnet to lift up all these incredible things about Detroit in one magnificent day. And so our neighborhoods are in transition. We have to keep working. We cannot, I think the most important thing, I think that thing that won't happen, they cannot be forgotten. They are important. So as you make all these other moves, what neighborhoods are doing, I think you've seen that in some of our government officials, some of our council people. We're focused on affordable housing, development, and we keep that forefront, and this will truly be a city for everybody. I think that's important.
Health is not just important because it's important overall, but it's really important in places like Detroit where we have so many challenges with the majority African American population in particular, but also the high poverty rate. The focus on that for this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting how we got to this point. We've done this, as I said, for a number of years, and we actually did it on the same day as the Rise of Detroit to be passed. And we wondered why nobody came. Well, it's because they were all there. They were all there, right? So it made sense for us to partner and collaborate with Luther and his organization, because on this day we will talk about health, because as you say, the health disparities within the city of Detroit are just, the statistics just stagger you if you think about it. And we hope to bring awareness to those issues. Again, healthy eating is a part of it, as well as just understanding where you are from a baseline standpoint. And it really started out targeted at African American men, but we then recognized we really needed to focus on the family as a whole and their health initiatives.
And the Detroit Horsepower sort of reminds me of the strong need to lift up recreation for kids in the city. It's something else that's not quite where it should be.
Absolutely. Recreation and also education. Detroit's future is in its neighborhoods and Detroit's future is in its children. We need to make sure that our education system is providing an equitable education for all our kids, and that they should have access to recreational opportunities and skill building opportunities that their privileged peers in the suburbs take for granted.
One of the things I love about Neighborhoods Day is that it's not something that city government came up with and said, hey, we're going to do this. You came up with this idea.
Well, me and my board members and Jane Thomas, the late Jane Thomas, actually came up with the idea of us doing something on every neighborhood in Detroit. We thought she was crazy, but we've done it. And that's one of the great things about Neighborhoods Day. It's literally everywhere. People say where it's going to be. Where's it going to be? We're conditioned to go down to Belle Isle or Hart Plaza, but this is truly a decentralized event. Everybody decides to do their own thing. People will call us and say, what should I do? Where's it going to be? What time should I say? No, you decide all that. We don't decide any of that. You decide that. But I think that's a great thing about it, because this is truly a reflection of the hearts and spirit of people in the neighborhoods. At Rise Detroit, we issue no edicts about doing this or doing that. But amazingly, people have been part of it. I mean, we do charge a modest $50 registration fee, and we counted it out. We actually give about $400 in services, which include cleanup supplies, banners, T-shirts, and marketing support, water, movie passes, and all the rest of that. But through the generosity of our sponsors. But we want media and marketing support, and I think the community has embraced, as I've said before, a Neighborhoods Day is not an idea whose time has come. It's an idea that the people want to come to. And that's what made it. It's truly a people reflection of the will of the people, not one organization, not one preacher, not one politician. People all over the city have made this thing happen.
Do you feel like you're moving the needle in the way that makes people think about neighborhoods throughout the year and not just on
Absolutely,
this day?
because what happens a lot of times is people form collaborations. A lot of times people will call me and say, well, I don't have a block club. And I say, well, why don't you start it?
Yeah,
and so Neighborhoods Day has really been a magnet. And when people see other folks doing stuff, that's why I told value opportunity to talk like this. When people see and hear about this, it inspires them.
Yeah.
And doing the work is important, but seeing the work, feeling the work is important. And I say every movement has a communication vehicle. You can think every movement in history, they have it. And so, you know, reinvigorating our neighborhoods has to have that as well. And that's kind of the thing that has made it grow. And every year people see that. And again, people in Detroit have been written off so many times. You're the last this, you're the worst that, but that has never stopped them. I'm an old sports writer. I used to try to predict who's going to win and how much, and half the time they're wrong. So, but I think we're getting it right, and it's a great thing to be. The thing if you could drive around neighborhoods, say what you see, and everybody says everybody is smiling, everybody is happy, no one is at each other's throats. And in these times,
it's a pretty special day.
We need more of that. We really do. And Neighborhoods Day has been an instrument for that.
All right. Well, congratulations on the 12th year of Neighborhoods Day, and thanks for being here.
Thank you. And if you want to register, go to our website, arisedetroit.org.
We'll have the website on our website. So,
Thanks
we'll
again.
make sure everybody gets out.
Thanks again, Steve. And come on down, come on over the city, and love to see you. Thanks again, Steve, for having us.
All right.